I truly believe that this weekend, Ilia Topuria is going to absolutely demolish Josh Emmett. I think he's going to put on a masterclass performance, and I think he's going to beat him so bad, knock him out so hard, that I think Josh Emmett may well retire at the end of the night. And in this video, guys, welcome. Subscribe if you're new here. I'm Emmet, and today I will be breaking down why I predict Ilia Topuria to absolutely put on a masterclass performance against Josh Emmett. So obviously, Ilia Topuria, in my opinion, he is the future of featherweight. I think once Volk's been and gone, I think Ilia Topuria, he's young, he's still going to improve, and I think he's going to rise up, and eventually I think we've got a future Spanish slash Georgian champion on our hands, the first Spanish or Georgian champion in the UFC. He's a big hype train, and I'm riding it because everything I've seen about Ilia just makes me believe in him. This guy's undefeated. He's 13-0. And honestly, I'm not surprised because his performances are insane. And this guy, everyone knows that Ilia Topuria has crazy power, especially for featherweight. But what a lot of people don't realize is this guy's good everywhere. He's not a one-trick pony. He ain't just pure boxing. This guy is solid on the ground. He proved that against Bryce Mitchell. He basically dominated Bryce Mitchell on the ground, who Bryce Mitchell himself is a very credited. He's got very credited grappling and wrestling and good jiu-jitsu too. And he absolutely ragdolled him, threw him to the ground. And I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, he arm triangled him. So this guy's jiu-jitsu is legit too. He's used it in previous matches. His scrambles are good. He's quick. But obviously everyone knows him for the guy with power, and rightfully so, because this guy's literally got lightweight or maybe even welterweight power at featherweight. It is truly insane how fast and powerful his punches are. He sleeps you just like that. You're asleep if he lands clean. We saw it against Jai Herbert, and not only did we see his incredible knockout power against Jai Herbert, we saw something else in him that a lot of fighters in the UFC don't have. He had grit, because that night Jai Herbert dropped him with a really well-timed head kick early in the first round, about 2 minutes into the fight. And Ilia Topuria, when a lot of fighters would quit and just accept getting finished on the ground, he fought on. And that is why I'm predicting this guy to go far. One of the reasons. Because if he isn't giving up then, he ain't going to give up in the future. Later on in his career, he's going to battle on. And he's got the heart of a warrior, clearly. And he wasn't going to get beaten by Jai Herbert, and rightfully so, because Jai Herbert absolutely sucks. So he proved that he's better than Jai Herbert. He fought on. He managed to kind of get a takedown, recover a bit, and then 2 rounds later, he absolutely annihilated Jai Herbert. He sent Jai Herbert to the shadow realm. It was an absolutely brutal KO. Honestly, it was a crazy knockout, and it just further shows what I've been saying about this guy's power is legit. Pieced up Bryce Mitchell on the feet. He had absolutely nothing for him. Ragdolled him on the ground. Insane hype. I am rocking with this guy's hype the entire way through, and I truly do believe that when he fights Josh Emmett this weekend, I think it is going to be a pretty darn clear masterclass. I think he's just going to walk him down. I think Josh is going to land some big hits, because Ilia he does go in there a bit crazy. That is my only concern about him. He is pretty confident. He has got mad confidence, but I mean, it's good. It's a gift and a curse with Ilia, but I think he's going to walk him down. I think he's going to get the better of him in like 75% of the exchanges, and I think he's going to get clipped a few times. I think he's going to take some good shots, but Ilia's got a chin. He ain't chinny. We can rely on Ilia's chin. He's got a good chin. It's taken him through a lot of fights, and he's got good recovery too. So if he is dropped, I don't think he'll be finished immediately. We never know. And I think Josh Emmett, he's so old now. I think he's 38 years old, and if you saw him in his last weight cut, you can see they're really getting to him. He literally looked like he was about to die on the scales. And it's not going to be any easier this time. He took a good bit of damage in his last fight. He took a lot of body kicks. And I just don't think he's going to recover as well. I think the weight cut's going to be even tougher because he's even older now. It's a good 4 or 5 months down the line. And I just think he might be coming back a bit too early from this. But I guess he just wants to try and make as much money as possible because he knows he's got a very limited time frame left. But I think he's already deteriorating. I think this cut's going to be super hard on him. It's just going to ruin his cardio, ruin his strength, and ruin his chin as well. I think his chin is going to deteriorate, and you don't want to have a weak chin when you're fighting Topuria. So that, guys, is why I'm predicting. I think Ilia Topuria, I think they're going to have a round one. I think Ilia Topuria is going to win it pretty clearly. He's going to outstrike Emmet, look good, and then I think Emmet maybe in the second round. He's Don't get me wrong, Emmet's going to have good moments too. he's gonna land back. But then I think in that second or third round, I feel like Ilia's gonna crack him in the second really well, but Josh Emmett is just gonna survive and hang in there. Maybe try and do a bit of wrestling on Topuria, but I don't think it'll work that well. But I think he'll survive. And then in the third round, I just see Ilia Topuria, you know, his cardio isn't that great, but it's not terrible either. But I think we're just going to see Ilia Topuria walking down in the third, have a massive advantage in the third. Emmet is gassed, after this first two rounds, he's going to be gassed, tired. That weight cut's really getting to him, and I think we're just going to see an absolutely vicious knockout to really get him into the title elimination fights. And he won't be far off a title shot if that happens, and I can really see it happening. So my prediction is going to be, I think we're going to get a third round KO. I think he's going to mix up the body shots because Emmett's clearly shown a bit of a weak body recently. I think we've seen that. I think he's going to get some body shots, and then I think he's going to get Emmet to drop his hands a lot, and then I think he's going to find the KO shot, knock him down, and finish him with ground strikes. And I think it's going to be a pretty big KO. You know what I mean? There's going to be a lot of power in this one. It won't be like a controversial finish. Emmet will be clearly done. But yeah, so everyone should get on the Ilia Topuria hype train because this one's going to the top. Mark my words. I can't wait to see a Spanish and Georgian champion. Because obviously I think he lives in Spain right now. But yeah, he's a really cool guy too, and he's got a really cool tattoo on his chest. I just noticed that he's in the middle of I think it's a line if I remember correctly. I think he's in the middle of it. So yeah, that's really cool. Kind of takes inspo from Conor McGregor in some ways. I know he's got a gorilla as well. But yeah. So Ilia Topuria, good everywhere. Good chin, good striking, underrated jiu-jitsu. He's got a really good jiu-jitsu base. I did notice that. I think he might have actually started in kind of jiu-jitsu stuff, to be honest. So no wonder he's so good at it. And let's be honest, guys, Paddy did not want that smoke. We all know what would have happened. Even though Ilia Topuria is definitely smaller than Paddy, I can still see him smoking him. Paddy on the feet just leaves his chin so exposed. That fight should never happen. It would be death by first round, absolute brutal KO. Paddy's chin, Scousers will get knocked out in that fight. I'm telling you now. But anyway, I'm digressing. Ilia Topuria, he's the future of he's the future of featherweight. Sorry, and he's gonna put on an absolute masterclass against Josh Emmett this weekend. You can count on that. Subscribe if you're new. I'm Emmet. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, comment down below. See ya.